Welcome to Mindspeak on Herald Global. I am Saimik Sen. Joining us today, a leading Indian playback singer and one of the most versatile singers of Hindi film industry. She is exceptionally known for her contribution to Indian devotional music, Miss Anuradha Paudwal. First of all, thank you so much for taking out this time for us. Welcome to Herald Global.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me begin by asking you, what made you choose singing as a career?
To be very honest, it was not me who selected singing as a career. It's the career who selected me, because I came into this field purely by chance.
Okay.
And I was not very keen, because I'm talking about 50 years back. The scenario was quite different, and it was like my father used to tell me, "Achhe ghar ki ladkiyan gati nahi hai."
Okay.
It was that kind of upbringing.
I understand.
I was extremely fond of singing, but I didn't have any special affinity towards Bollywood or something like that.
Then how did it start?
After I got married, my husband, Arunji, he was the music assistant to SD Burmanji. And Barmandada was doing background for the film Abhiman.
Of course.
And he wanted, there was a shlok which was to be recorded for when Jaya Bachchan is coming out of Shiva temple. So he was not very well versed in Sanskrit. So he told my husband to, just get one stuti, a small one, for the background music. And Arunji came and he got the stuti, and then he just tuned it. And because I used to sing, not professionally, but aise ghar mein, my school competitions, college competitions. So he just said, ghar ke tape recorder ke upar, just sing this, just hum this out. And I want to take it to Barmanda. So when he heard, he said, this is good, but who has sung this? So Arunji said, my wife has sung this. So he said, then why you haven't told me all these days? Till then I was married for about a year and a half. And he said, how come you have never mentioned to me that she's a singer? He said, she's not a singer, but ghar mein gaati hai. So then Barmanda said, let's call her and record this. And because it was originally to be sung by Lataji.
Okay.
So I sang that. And before that, through my radio programs, there were a couple of music writers who had heard my singing in the Yuvavani. There was a program for, I'm sure you must have heard of it. It was called Yuvavani.
Yes.
So, Lakshmikan Pyarlal ji, Bappi Lahiri, or even Hridayath Mangeshkar ji, they had all heard me in that program. And they had called me and said that we would like to introduce you. So I said, no, I'm not interested. But the moment they came to know that, oh, she has started singing, so immediately next day itself, Jaidev ji contacted me. So I sang a song with Mukesh ji. The film was not released. And then I was called by Kalyanji Anandji Bhai, then Bappi Da, and Lakshmikant. It just, I didn't even have time to say no.
Okay. So you have worked with so many music directors over 3 generations, to say.
Absolutely.
So according to you, how has singing evolved over these years?
Today the music that we hear today is drastically changed. Drastically, I would say. Like even till the 90s, I would say that there was a lot of melody. And a lot of attention was given to the lyrics, the lyrical part of it. There was a lot of meaning. And even till then, it was not like everybody composing everything or anybody singing. It was never like that. Because the music writers, the producers or the directors never interfered in the music writer's work. Music belonged to the music writer. He had the final call. They could suggest, कि थोड़ा सा, situation ऐसी है, but not कि then tune ही बदली कर दो, and all that started happening after 2000. You know, ये तो हम भी बना सकते हैं, या somebody else. I'm just evaluating, okay? कि somebody is composing, किसी और का नाम दिया गया है. All that started happening after 2000.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there has been a huge, work of digitalization in the music. What do you think is the kind of impact that it had on music?
Well, everything changed very fast, at a very fast pace. The pace was very fast. कोई भी चीज है ना, तो you have to give it time to sink in. मुझे पर्सनली ऐसा लगता है कि डिजिटलाइजेशन करके जो उसकी नाउ जो एनालॉग में एक जो आत्मा होती थी गाने की, दैट इज नॉट देयर इन दिस.
So now I want
because the reason for that I will tell you, because analog में क्या होता था कि there were at least about 25 to 20 minimum 25 musicians used to be there.
Sure.
For a low budget 25 musicians होते थे. बाकी तो लक्ष्मीकांत बेहरलाल वगैरह I've sung with 100 musicians playing at the same time. Now what happens is when all these musicians, they are playing live, okay, and they are listening to the singer live. They are listening to the singer live. Somebody is singing. They're listening to them, and it's a very natural thing कि जैसे आप कुछ बोल रहे हैं तो वो बात सुन के मेरे इमोशंस आपके साथ जुड़ के I will answer you, right?
Completely.
So exactly. So what used to happen is those musicians used to hear our singing or the singer, and then उनके जो इमोशंस थे उसके साथ मर्ज होते थे, एंड वाइस वर्सा. लाइक व्हेन आई यूज्ड टू सिंग, वो जो उनकी प्लेइंग थी ना, तो उसके साथ मेरी वॉइस, मेरे इमोशंस मर्ज होते थे. दैट इज व्हाई वो जो एनालॉग का जो मजा है वो उसमें है. बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली व्हाट हैपेंड इज कि व्हेन, मतलब जिसको उसकी वैल्यू है उसको है, लेकिन जिसको इसकी वैल्यू नहीं है तो वो दे स्टार्टेड, अरे इतने 100 म्यूजिशियन को बुलाने की क्या जरूरत है, तो अभी मतलब आजकल तो इस कीपैड में और सिंथेसाइजर्स में ये सब कुछ तो बचता है. अरे बट सब कुछ बचता है, लेकिन आत्मा कहाँ है उसमें?
True. Very true.
You know, that is what happened actually.
Okay. So with movies like Ashiki, Dil Hai Ki Mantani, Sajan, I mean, you reached the top in 90s as a singer. Okay. So my question to you, I want to know the secret, what it takes to be there.
See, after having seen so many phases of music, so many years having gone through it, I will say basically, it is time is the biggest thing. You may have all the talent in the world, you may have everything, but for everything to come together at that moment, and then that product coming out in the public, it's a time which decides that it's going to click. So in one line I will say it is time. वक्त ही सब कुछ है.
Okay.
मेहनत अपनी जगह है, ऐसा नहीं है कि मेहनत कोई कर नहीं रहा था. I was singing for 12-13 years before that, but when Lal Dupatta came and Ashiki came, people started asking me, अरे आप इतना अच्छा गाते हैं, आप इसके पहले आपने क्यों नहीं गाया? Actually they've asked me, so it really depends. तो उस वक्त ये हुआ कि the right people got together, the right person who got it to the audiences,
True.
So all these things came together.
Okay. So you have won so many awards: National Award, Filmfare Award, okay, Padma Shri. So you tell me, how important these recognitions are to an artist.
It feels good. But let me tell you one thing very honestly, that I'm very much into social service also.
Sure.
Okay. So whenever I get an award, of course it's a very nice feeling, there's no doubt about it, you know, मतलब उस वक्त के लिए बहुत अच्छा लगता है. But then I personally feel कि जब तक उसके साथ उस award को, especially if it's from the government, you know, it has to endow you with certain benefits, like as to how you can contribute to society.
Of course.
है ना. अगर जिनको पद्मश्री भी मिला है, पद्मश्री मिलता होगा, लेकिन अगर उनको कुछ अच्छा काम करना है सोसाइटी में, तो लाइन में लग के दरवाजा खटखटाना होगा ना, तो आई फील दैट शुडंट बी द केस.
Okay.
सो
So
उस
yeah,
वक्त का
please.
उस वक्त का एक मजा अलग है. मतलब आई टोटली रिस्पेक्ट ऑल द अवार्ड्स एंड ऑल दैट, बट even more than that, what I feel it has been my award, you know, for singing, is जो 35 साल से मेरी सुबह शाम गंगा जी के हर की पौड़ी के ऊपर सुबह शाम, जहाँ 2-2 लाख लोग एवरी डे आते हैं, वहां अगर मेरी आरती सुबह शाम बजती है ना, फॉर मी, यू नो, दैट्स अ फार बिगर अवार्ड.
It's a huge
अगर
sense of achievement. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely, I can't tell you, you know, every time I even think about it, I get goosebumps. जैसे केदारनाथ है, बद्रीनाथ जी है, बद्रीनाथ जी के वहां पे पट खुलते हैं सुबह 4-4:30 बजे. उसके पहले मेरा वहां पे बद्रीनाथ सुप्रभातम बजता है. टू दैट द डोर्स ओपन. अब मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि दुनिया के सारे सबसे बड़े अवार्ड भी इसके सामने क्या है.
कुछ भी नहीं.
तो it's how you think, it's how one thinks, but it does feel nice.
Okay. So T series has been your second home to you always.
Yes.
So has the equation remained the same in today's time? How is it?
See, my feelings for T series is very much the same. T series मेरे लिए, because कहीं पे भी प्रोग्राम होते हैं या रियलिटी शोज हैं, so I make it a point that I acknowledge the contribution that Gulshan ji has done. Okay, so my emotions remain the same, but I do not expect the same emotions with Bhushan Kumar, because he has never been the part of my journey.
Of course.
So I can't expect. It's not कि मुझे गुस्सा है. No, not at all. जिसने, who has never been a part of that, so I don't expect the same equation with him. You know, he was a child when we were, मतलब ये सब म्यूजिक बन रहा था, and वो जो यूफोरिया था, तो उस वक्त तो मतलब, you know, the passion of all the music writers and the writers and the singers, and you know, even Gulshan ji taking the cassette out in the market, and all the shop owners, you know, of music stores, उनका भी होता था कि कब आ रही है दूसरी सीडी या कैसेट. तो वो जो है ना, that has completely changed now. एक कोई चीज बनते बनते देखना, और फिर किसी को एक चीज बनी बनाई प्लेट में मिलना, you know,
Two
so
different things.
the emotions are going to be different.
Of course.
But having said that, I'm extremely proud at a very young age, जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी उसके, you know, shoulders पे आ गई, वो इतने ढंग से उसने निभाई है, and he has taken the company to newer heights, and I appreciate that.
Okay. Okay. So you're the second singer to receive the honorary doctorate from D.Y. Patel University after
Yes.
late the veteran Lata Mangeshkar.
Lata ji.
So how does it feel? Like, you know, what kind of feeling does it give it to you?
Well, that is one award I must say that I really, you know, I was really overwhelmed, because my father, he always wanted me to become a doctor.
Sure.
And I got married at a very young age, and then life took its course and made sure that I come into Bollywood and all that. So his dream, you know, of me becoming a doctor, तो वो वैसे रहा. And then ये डॉक्टरेट का तो मतलब ऐसे हुआ कि DY Patil ji, I happened to meet him. He was a guest at one of my functions. And he said ki, were your parents very keen always that you become a singer? I said, not at all. My father, he on the contrary used to say, my mother used to say, she was not keen that I become a singer. Never. Because we didn't belong to that, you know, that category. She, उनको यही था, she was great lover of music, and she used to say कि मेरे मरने के पहले तुम्हारा एक गाना रिकॉर्ड हो, so that you know she could show off कि चलो मेरी बेटी का एक गाना रिकॉर्ड हुआ है. But my father was very very particular, and he said कि अच्छे घर के गाने गाती नहीं है गाने. He was so particular. अगर कुछ करना है तो डॉक्टर बनो. So I said कि एक मतलब ये बात मेरे दिल में चुभती है कि मेरे फादर की विश मैं नहीं कंप्लीट कर सकी. तो उन्होंने कहा कि क्या चाहते थे. So I said he wanted me to become a doctor. तो I said, so you can do it even now. I said, are you just pulling my leg? You know, so he said, no, I'm not pulling your leg. डॉक्टर तो अभी भी बन सकते हैं. I said, at this age, कौन डॉक्टरेट मतलब कौन डॉक्टर की पढ़ाई करेगा? And third day, I got a call saying कि we are giving you a doctorate in the D.Y. Patil University. You know, so there is, maybe I'm not giving injections or anything like that, but I asked him, in fact, so he said, you have no idea how many people you have cured through your music, especially the devotional.
Very true.
So, हाँ, so he said कि जो आपने म्यूजिक में किया है उसके लिए हम आपको डॉक्टरेट दे रहे हैं. So that is one thing that you know that really touched me.
It's huge, actually.
Yes.
Okay.
And
so,
while taking the award also, you know, as I stood with the coat and the cap and all that, you know, my life just, you know, it just came in front of my eyes. The various people who have helped me, right from my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my children, my husband, everybody who has helped me, you know, to get me where it was. And my 90-year-old mother was sitting in front of me, and she was the happiest because just 3 days after that, I had also got the Padma Shri. Just 3 days after.
oh wow. Okay.
You know, yes, and that was absolutely out of the blue because कोई मैंने अपना biodata वगैरह कुछ भी नहीं भेजा था. So somebody called me at 7 o'clock in the morning and said कि अपने biodata वगैरह अपना address दीजिए. I said, who's talking? He said, मैं सुनील बोल रहा हूँ Home Ministry से. I didn't believe him. Who would call from the government office at 7 o'clock in the morning, you know? So he said कि नहीं हमको आपका एड्रेस चाहिए और आपको पद्मा अवार्ड मिला है. I said, what पद्मा अवार्ड? तो आपको पता नहीं वो पद्मश्री वगैरह? हाँ, so what about that? तो वो मिला है आपको, तो उसके लिए आपको लेटर भेजने के लिए हमको एड्रेस चाहिए. I didn't believe him. I called up my daughter. I said, somebody is calling. It must be playing the fool. Who will call at 7 o'clock? So she said, Mummy, अभी अपना प्राइम मिनिस्टर ना सुबह 5 बजे उठता है, तो it's quite possible.
Of course. Of course.
So it was announced, and then my mother didn't know. But then when she was told by my sister कि Alka, that is my name from my mother's side. So Alka has got a Padma Shri. She said, really? What for? So my sister said, Hare, because she has sung so many songs. Who gets a Padma Shri for singing songs? That was her reaction, you know. हाँ, मतलब गाना गाया तो अवार्ड मिला, पद्मश्री मिला. What's so great about it? So coming to that, getting a doctorate was a big thing.
Okay. So what message do you have for the global audience as a cultural ambassador of the country?
Well, I would say I'm extremely proud to have been born and associated with music, because I think Indian music is one thing. Globally, it's been appreciated. It's a very rich heritage. There's a science to it. It is not just a song. There's a science to it. उसमें रागधरी है. कितने तो घराने हैं जिसमें से संगीत निकला है. So it is a very, very scientific, and there is grammar to it, there's mathematics to it, there is so much, you know, कि इस वक्त यही राग गाने चाहिए. मतलब
Of
you
course.
know, early morning, late night. So there is a science to it. So it's a very मतलब बहुत ही पुख्ता है ये.
You have sung in more than 13 different languages. Okay, so my question to you is, how do you get a grasp of so many languages? Like, how do you sing? What is your method?
See, I remember when I started singing, my husband used to sit and गाने मेरे से बिठाते थे, because he was a great musician, and he was a assistant to Bapida, and arranger also, programmer also. उन दिनों में programmers नहीं थे. He was a great arranger. So he used to sit and गाना सिखाते वक्त वो मुझे कहते थे कि हाँ इस तरह से गाना है. So I used to sing, I used to try and copy, and he used to sing कि where is the expression.
Okay.
मतलब expression लाओ ना गाने में. तो I was very young in age, so I used to say, let me learn the tune. Let me learn the tune first to get the emotion. He used to say, no, the emotion has to come with the tune. You can't put the emotion में ये tune है ना ऊपर से emotion डाली, ऐसा नहीं होता है. And that is a concept which I never understood at that time. But generally, gradually, जैसे जैसे मैं गाती गई, तो more than the meaning of the song, वो जो धुन होती थी ना, तो उसमें I started, मतलब वो उसके जो सुर होते थे, that used to bring out the emotions in me.
Okay.
So there are so many songs that I have sung. Language, I don't know कौन सी मतलब उसका अर्थ क्या है. But then people say कि you have sung so many songs in Oriya, तो how come वो emotion आती है? Are you from Bhubaneswar? I say no. It's a tune.
Okay.
Because उस हर एक कंपोजर की भावना उसमें होती है ना. So I feel that it's not necessary. अगर ट्यून सही है, उस befitting the emotion of the character, अगर ट्यून सही है तो वो इमोशन करेक्ट ही आएगी. अनलेस की बहुत ही दुख का गाना है और बहुत खुशी खुशी में गा रहे हैं, खुशी खुशी में बज रहा है, कुछ भी बज रहा है, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट. लेकिन अगर इट्स ए इमोशनल सॉन्ग और इमोशनल ट्यून है, तो इट्स बाउंड टू कम.
Okay. Okay. So you have just made a comeback to television, the reality, this thing itself. So how has been the experience so far?
Comeback मतलब क्या? Couple of them I have done. To be very honest, I like the singers. जो परफॉर्म करते हैं ना बच्चे, बहुत ही अच्छा गाते हैं, इतने सुरीले हैं. एंड स्पेशली जो लोग उन पे मेहनत करते हैं, उनसे गाने बिठा लेते हैं, तो they are doing a great job, really great job. But बाकी जो मतलब वो सेलिब्रिटी करने के लिए उसमें वो जो सब बाकी ड्रामा जो होता है ना, अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई एम नॉट वेरी कंफर्टेबल विद दैट, बिकॉज मैं मतलब जिस स्कूल से आई हूँ उसमें ये सब कभी भी नहीं हुआ. इट वाज ओनली प्योर सिंगिंग.
Okay. Okay. So your name is synonymous with the devotional music and singing. What got you interested in this genre?
I was always spiritually inclined.
Okay.
Always. And when I joined T series, surprisingly, I joined with Durga Sapshati.
Okay.
Because they had called me as a chief guest to for an inauguration of a cassette, which was a devotional one. And then Gulshanji's father was there, so he said, "Why don't you do something for us?" So I said, "I'm recording Saptashati tomorrow, so why don't you take that?" So that is how I entered T series. And for some weird reason, like I told you, even when I sang for Abhiman, which was the first time I stood in front of a mic, it was for a Shiv Stuti.
Of course.
So that
It started from
yes,
there.
absolutely. Then when I sang the first super hit song, that was "तू मेरा जानू है" for Hero,
Yes.
तो उसके पहले they said we want you to record Gayatri Mantra for the emblem of Mukta Arts.
Okay.
तो मुक्ता आर्ट्स, सुभाष घई की मुक्ता आर्ट्स में सबसे पहले तो मेरा गायत्री मंत्र गाया हुआ एम्बलम में.
Wow.
And in 90s, when when I joined T series in 88, तो सप्तशती के साथ फिर लाल दुपट्टा हुआ, फिर मना से श्लोक हुआ, फिर जगन्नाथ जी के भजन हुए. Everything happened all together, you know, parallel चला. मतलब if Ashiki was a hit, Mamta का मंदिर was a hit, शिव आराधना was a hit,
Everything was a
शिव
hit.
तांडव स्तोत्र was a hit, and शिव तांडव एंड शिव महिमा स्तोत्र वो तो संस्कृत थे. उसके लिए फिल्म के एक कोई मतलब अवार्ड फंक्शन था, उसमें स्पेशल कैटेगरी उन्होंने रखी बिकॉज इतना बड़ा हिट हो गया वो.
Of course.
And then they presented me with that award. So with me, it has been really, really very different.
No, I can see. Especially the way it started. I mean, like, it is something pretty amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, ma'am, last question. Okay. So what will be your advice to the aspiring singers in today's time?
See, it's very difficult to say that because the times have changed. Like with us, it was like, you know, our growth was very, very steady. It was very slow and steady. So nature gave us an opportunity to grow on people.
Of course.
है ना, थोड़े से इधर उधर मिस्टेक्स किए भी ना, तो मतलब लोगों के दिल में प्यार जैसे बरसों से एक बढ़ते जाता है ना, वी गॉट दैट. और कोई भी चीज फट से मिलते हैं ना तो उतनी जल्दी उतरती है वो. तो हमारी जर्नी बहुत लंबी रही. लाइक दिस इज माय 50th ईयर इन द इंडस्ट्री. तो इस वजह से मैं अगर जाऊं और मैं कुछ एक हाथ दो लाइन गाऊं और मैं बैठूं भी, तो पीपल आर हैप्पी, यू नो, जस्ट सीइंग मी बिकॉज ऑफ दैट लव.
Of course.
पर आज अभी क्या हुआ है, दे गेट instant, it's instant success. Instant means crores of people they reach in one night. And then it's like, you know, I have asked, means I've spoken to a couple of them, and they say कि नहीं मैम, we are very happy जब हम लोगों को प्रोग्राम में बुलाते, because we earn through the program. But personally I feel कि जब तक जैसे अगर there is XYZ some singer जो नंबर 1 आया है, and the public wants to keep on hearing his or her songs, तो वो कहीं नहीं है. They are very busy, no doubt. But you know that जो ग्रोथ होती है ना, कि एक सिंगर के कई सारे गाने मतलब सुन के जो एक प्यार निर्माण होता है, तो एवरी सीजन में तो दो चार सिंगर्स तो आते ही रहते हैं.
Of course.
So I would say, but as long as they are happy. Like if I was in today's situation, I wouldn't be happy.
I can understand.
It really depends. Because आज की जनरेशन की थिंकिंग भी वो है कि इमीडिएटली सक्सेस मिला, अरे ओवरनाइट सक्सेस मिला और फिर धड़ाधड़ प्रोग्राम मिलने लगे, और फिर यू नो, तो आई रियली डोंट नो कि कहाँ तक मतलब वो सस्टेनेबिलिटी कहाँ तक होती है. So I would say कि unless you are getting a really fair chance, I would definitely recommend कि सिर्फ म्यूजिक को प्रोफेशन मत बनाओ. You should have something to fall back upon.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. It was lovely talking to you. It was in fact an honor to have you with us today at Herald Global. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.